Hi Indians fans, my name is Haley Jordan, and this week's Quality Start feature player is utility player Billy Cook. So Billy, you grew up in Colorado. You come from quite the line of athletes. Dad played ball at the Air Force, and then your grandpa at Wyoming. How did those two men help you launch your baseball career at a young age?
Just by soft tossing to me when I was like 2 years old. They just said I always loved picking up a bat, and we would watch the Red Sox. That was my dad's favorite team. And so they just said I loved it, and they just would take me to practice. If my parents were busy, my grandpa would, stuff like that, and just supported me as I continued to show interest and love, and that grew, and here we are.
So after your high school career, you chose to forego the draft and go to Pepperdine all 4 years, which is so rare nowadays with the NIL. What led you to choose Pepperdine for those 4 years?
Well, growing up in Colorado, the weather was very cold, so we're playing baseball in 30-degree weather, and this is something I know I want to pursue as far as I can. And so I decided early that I needed to go somewhere warm where I could play a lot and not have to worry about, snow outs and a lot of rain outs. And so when Pepperdine started recruiting me, it wasn't an SEC school, where I might have to redshirt or something. I would be able to play right away. And so it was a pretty easy decision with all that.
I love when athletes stick with the same school and you can see their progression over those 4 years. And you had a solid campaign, but then sophomore, junior, senior year, you're starting to lead the team in home runs. And then pretty soon you're leading the West Coast in home runs. When did you start noticing, oh my gosh, I'm hitting dingers all the time and that's what I'm known for?
It started in batting practice, where you just kind of grow into your body in college, and all the lifting and conditioning and constantly playing, which I didn't get in high school, just started to pay off, and I got stronger, and then that translated into a little more power. And then junior year, I started hitting more in-game. Sophomore year, half a season I got hurt, but then senior year, once I came back from that injury, it was just like, I don't know what's happening. I'm just hitting and the ball's happening to go over the fence almost every time. So it was definitely fun. But I think just the lifting and, baseball all the time definitely helped.
So starting off in the pros, you're shifting between classes, constantly getting shuffled, seeing what your role is. What is something that you sharpened up with your time in the Orioles organization?
Probably the utility aspect. They kind of had me as an outfielder, and then they had me play a little first base, and then the next year somebody got hurt and I got thrown into second base. And then next thing I know, I played a game at third base. And so just being comfortable moving around so that I could stay in the lineup. And then, every year after that, it was just, hey, where do I need to play this year so that I can hit? And that, I think, just sharpened up with more reps and, a lot of games played at different positions, and just being comfortable showing up and saying, I don't know where I'll be today, but wherever it is, I know that I put in work to succeed there, and then it's important to be in the lineup to hit as well.
So you had 24 home runs total across your few teams in 2023, 29 last season. What do you credit for your success in that stat line?
Just consistency. There's a lot of ups and downs, as every baseball player will tell you, but just sticking to the work and knowing what you have and trusting it. It won't always show, but some weeks are better than others, and if you trust kind of what you can do in the process to get you there, I think it'll continue to show.
We're homer shy of the cycle here on Tuesday. Besides hitting your first homer here at Victory Field this season, what else are you wanting to accomplish before you get called back up?
I think just continuing to grind with the team. There's a lot of guys here who are very talented, and just embracing that team atmosphere here. And everybody wants to be in Pittsburgh and help the Pirates win, but while we're all here, any one of us could get called up, but just being present with the guys and continuing to show each other, that we're going to be really good teammates no matter where we're at, and continue to push each other and continue to help our pitchers and everyone else win games. And I think that'll be a lot of fun when we do.
Well, Billy, thanks so much for coming in, and good luck the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you. Go Indians.